All right, welcome in, Twin Flames. How are you doing? Let's see what's going on for you. This is a weekly reading for my Twin Flames. We have the vernal equinox in the northern hemisphere. This week we have the energy of the eclipse happening in March, and then another eclipse, the big one, happening April 8th. Lots going on. So let's just see what wants to show up. I will look at the collective energy, and then I'm going to look at what's happening for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay. So affluence. Oh, okay. Divinity and the full moon showing up underneath, again with good fortune. That's lovely. And then we have growth. I don't usually pick this many cards from this deck, but I'm doing this. Soulmate. Okay, so the full moon is happening on March 25th. It is in Libra, and affluence and good fortune showing up. So there's something about being very connected to your spirit guides that is going to be very important on those days. All right. This is actually affluence is 5 as well. 5 degrees of Libra is that full moon. And I just feel like there's something going on that is going to connect and expand a relationship into something more, right? Affluence, abundance, into something more. Some of you are going to open up to your telepathy on that day, or right around that energy of that full moon in Libra, because Libra is about the connection between me and you, right? So twin flames, maybe who haven't had telepathy are going to be opening up to that. It's funny because I am just feeling like some of you are outgrowing a soulmate. Some of you are outgrowing a soulmate that maybe you have been with for a while. So not the twin flame, but a soulmate. Okay. Underneath is the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the Judgment card, High Priestess. There's intuition again. And I'll take this, the Knight of Swords, because we're going toward the 10 of Cups. All right. So underneath is basically kind of got a slow start here. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and then the Knight of Swords. The one we're missing is the Knight of Wands, which usually indicates sex to me. So I definitely feel like there is some spiritual communication that is going to be happening for this set of twin flames. I'm really getting like a loud, like, this is like Joshua's trumpet. Just like something very auditory. Something very auditory coming through. So telepathy is auditory, and that's going to be expanding. Wow. Okay, so Taurus, we'll take a look at what's going on here. Taurus, and then the Virgo energy of the Hermit. Empress, hold the phone here. 6 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. All right. So a new beginning, a new chapter. So much earth energy here. Look at this. So the collective is coming up as this Taurus energy of the Hierophant, traditional, earth-based, kind of like my traditional, my soulmate that I'm experiencing a marriage with or a relationship with. And what's coming in is a lot of wisdom from your journey is going to be flowing through you. Here's the divine feminine here as the opportunity. So I feel like one of you or both of you on this twin flame path, if you have been kind of angling much more traditional, 2 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, I feel like there's a new chapter here that's being trumpeted through a telepathic connection, meaning some of you are really going to open up your capabilities, your spiritual gifts. Some of you are going to have the sense of like, wow, all of a sudden my connection to my twin flame, I can just think and they know, and they think and I know, like it's just starting to flow. this may, some of you may have a physical connection. I feel like I might be talking to a set of twin flames who are physically connected, either in relationship, and if you're not in relationship, then you are likely having an opportunity to be in a traditional relationship. This is very traditional. Hierophant, that's Taurus. The Hermit is Virgo. Virgo, so there's more Taurus in Venus here. The Empress, ruled by Venus, that's Taurus and Libra. And that full moon is in Libra. So we're getting that keep coming back around to this this full moon, bringing in our divinity, bringing in our opening up to telepathy and to our spiritual path in a much more bold kind of way. A bold kind of way. And the Six of Wands is saying to me, Six of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. This is a little bit processy, but I'm going to say to you that the Six of Wands is about victory. The Six of Wands is about winning. The Two of Pentacles is like, which way should I go? Which way should I go? And we keep having this earth energy, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo, right? Taurus, Virgo, more Taurus here. We keep having this like conversation around what does it look like in the 3D? Okay, we keep having this conversation. Like you and I are connected. Now we have telepathy. Now we have some other things opening up for us, other gifts opening up for us. And I feel like we just keep wondering, like, when is it going to be anchored in a 3D experience? When is all of this spiritual path stuff gonna get us to a 3D experience? So I'm gonna ask that. I'm gonna ask about this because we have the Ace of Cups there. Okay, the Nine of Swords is coming out. There's Capricorn. The Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you have a lot of lessons that are still needing to be learned around shame. Okay, shame, addictions with the Four of Cups. This is kind of like a feeling trapped in a relationship. This Nine of Swords is about your intuition and feeling scared by it, or having this sense of like nightmares, anxiety, all of these kinds of things. There's still a lot of lessons to be learned. Okay, so if you're really focused on the earth part of this connection in the 3D, when is it that we're going to get together? I will tell you that there's a lot of lessons that still have to be learned, or you'll just bounce off of each other. Wouldn't you just rather focus on, okay, I gotta deal with my money. I've got to deal with how I'm not really listening to my intuition. I don't know what it sounds like. I don't know. I'm not a student of my own body and how intuition comes through. I'm not learning any. I just want it like here. I just want it now. Like, why isn't the 3D thing working? And if you start to experience this telepathy, that's almost like your calling card of like, okay, you wanted something that was going to show you the connection is real. Telepathy opening up, you're still walking around on the planet, you're still going to work, you're still doing your thing, but all of a sudden there's this telepathy. It's sort of like spirit giving you some kind of like, here you go. I'm going to answer that prayer. I'm going to show you how you're connected spiritually. I'm going to show you all of the different possibilities and different ways that you can be connected with this divine soul. And then what's going to start happening is you're going to be like, all right, okay. I've got to deal with my money. I've got to deal with my fear around leaving behind a bad situation. I've got to, take bold action. Aries. I've got to stop being a people pleaser. Low vibrational Libra. right? High vibrational Libra is someone who's a diplomat, someone who can see the benefit of me leading and you following, or later on, you're leading and I'm following, right? Someone who's able to be that way without losing themselves. So somebody definitely has ways of dealing with their own feelings that is like you're trying to tamp them down or crush them or not feel these feelings. Or I don't know if this is the masculine or the feminine, can be both. You can feel this alternatively. But there's definitely somebody who is masking feelings by drinking or by spending money, or like this isn't happening yet, so I need a way to get my dopamine rush. And some of you could have some issues around shame, your own shame at where you are or aren't in the world. Some of you could feel trapped in existing relationships and not have any way to really understand how to work with that. Some of you could be scared about, some of you might be opening up to mediumship and being like, no, I don't want to see dead people. I'm just saying to you that there's such an attachment to earth and tradition in this reading. One of the things that has been most interesting to me about 2024 is we had Pluto move into Aquarius, right? Whoosh, going from an earth sign into air. We have Jupiter moving into Gemini in May. More air. Okay. So things are going to start moving faster. We're starting to move away from Pluto in Capricorn. We're moving away from that. Jupiter has been transiting Taurus for a while, and now it's going into Gemini. There's just going to be this lighter energy to it. And it's almost like some in the collective are really trying to hold on to whatever earth thing they've built, or whatever earth thing they want. More earth, more money, more whatever, instead of like seeing the divinity and the good fortune that can come, the expansion of abundance. Like, the universe is endless. Just because you get more doesn't mean I get less. Like that, the whole idea of scarcity mentality, the whole idea of fear just needs to be moved off. Okay, just needs to be moved off. And I like that there's like this Joshua's trumpet and this this immediate sense of connectedness, because I do feel like some of you may have been like, well, I don't even know if this twin flame thing really is a thing. So I think you're going to get reminded. All right. If you're watching this, you probably are still connected to it. But I do feel like some of you might be like, I don't feel connected to it anymore. I don't know what's going on. So for the divine feminine, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, the Six of Cups. What's underneath here? The World card. Two of Pentacles again. Three of Pentacles, more Pentacles, right? Seven of Cups, and the outcome is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is kind of processy. There's only one major arcana card here, which is the World card. That's the card underneath. So there is an old chapter closing up for the divine feminine. And I feel like it has to do with divine feminines are being asked to remove people from their lives who are manipulative, who are toxic, who are keeping them in a pattern, right? This Capricorn, this pattern here, keeping them in a pattern of codependency or family roles, like a scapegoat, someone's trying to keep you in that role. I feel like the opportunity here is that the twin flame connection is going to remind you of who you are when this starts happening, when the telepathy starts opening up and other things start opening up. I just feel like there's a sense of like not so much focus on the earth experience. It's almost like I'm grounded. I'm definitely not, completely overtaken by spiritual happenings every single day, right? I still go to work. I'm still doing my thing. And I feel like it's almost like you have to be in this ability to anchor yourself and be connected to spiritual input at the same time. Like, it can't be like, okay, this is my 2 hours of my day when I just do my spiritual work and I'm not connected at all to my 3D life. I have to completely block everything out, the way I am, the who I am, and like cordon off this whole part of me so that I can just be my spiritual self. And then vice versa. Okay, I've got to go into work, and this work is not connected to my spiritual mission. I'm not even lighting up when I'm part of this team or something like that. And so I have to cordon my spiritual sense off. Divine Feminine is being asked to remove things from their life that are inhibiting their ability to shine that light. Are there people in your life that don't like it when you shine brighter? Are there people who are kind of not really cheering when you do well? Are there people who feel that this whole spiritual thing might be a little too woo-woo, right? A little too woo-woo and not real enough, or not up to our standards, or something like that. There's definitely a feeling of old school versus age of Aquarius kind of living here. You can expand this up into the collective, and the collective itself is expanding the spiritual connections between twins so that the light can shine brighter. The Divine Feminine's job is to move off of any family role or family pattern or life role or life pattern with any relationships in your life who are blocking your sun. Eclipse, right? Blocking the sun. The lunar eclipse happens when we have the sun and moon in opposition, and the earth gets between them because the moon is just the reflection of the sun. And so if there's no sun, right, the earth gets in the way, then the moon looks like a new moon. And then it goes back to looking like a full moon. So that Libra full moon energy is all about, who am I if I outsource all of my what I need to feel good about myself, if I need to have people praising me, if I need to have, if I need to have a mate in my life, if I need to have a lot of money, if I need to have these things, it's like external sources that are, what if something cuts the connection? Then like you're nothing. Okay. Like, no, this is about understanding and getting from internal sources your worth and value. And I feel like these eclipses are, wow, really shining the light for the Divine Feminine, that if the earth gets in the way, right? All the earth energy here, earth gets in the way. The sun can't hit you as the moon, right? Your feelings, sun can't hit you. Then what are you? If you're not married, if you're not a vice president, if you're not a mother, if you're not some kind of corporate raider, if you're not a poet, if you're not that, if I'm not Charlie's mom, then who am I, right? So there's something here about anchoring Divine Feminine in the true nature of who you are, regardless of whether you have your twin flame with you or not, regardless of whatever is going on in your life, you're always this beautiful divine light. Okay? And so it's about not outsourcing your light for the Divine Feminine here. Divine Masculine, what is going on for you? In the extended, I will pull some cards for each zodiac sign. I also want to let you know, while I'm shuffling, that starting in April, I will have a twin flame astrology session twice a month. If you want to join on to that, you can join below. There's an introductory rate, and it will be changing, all right, after April 1st. So you might want to jump on now. Okay, it will be changing for everybody, so you might as well get in on it for the beginning part when it's lower. Okay, so let's see what's going on for Divine Masculine, please. Interesting, I was talking about money when I'm talking about the Divine Masculine. There's something there. I see a lot of pentacles with the feminine here too. 3 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. But I feel this has much more to do with outsourcing your light. Underneath for the masculine is the 10 of Swords in reverse. That's interesting. Let me move this over. 10 of Swords in reverse. I'll put it over here. The Strength card, the Moon. Strength card, the Moon, the Hanged Man, and the Knight of Cups. Oh, and the Knight of Pentacles again. We got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles together, and then the Lovers. So for the masculine, that's really interesting. The 10 of Swords is in the reverse position, which means there's something that needs to end that isn't quite over yet. Okay. I feel like it's going to be, the eclipses are going to put the nail in that coffin. This is like nails in a coffin, right? Like all those swords. And it's going to take tremendous courage for the masculine to end whatever he needs to end. And then there is this sense of love connection. I feel like June. Okay, because I'm getting that Gemini energy. I feel like in June. So the masculine is coming up as the Star, lovely healing energy. The Page of Wands in reverse is the Situation. Opportunity, 6 of Cups, same as the feminine. So y'all are having the opportunity to come back together, right? That's interesting. It could be something, a masculine's child or something could, inner child not being healed, right? With the Page of Wands in reverse, the Star coming up as the masculine. There can be something about the an actual child needing healing or something like that. Let's see. Fool, King of Wands, the Death card. Wow. And the outcome is the Hierophant. That is the same energy that starts in the middle of this reading for the collective. And I feel like the masculine is on a new path here, a transformational path. It's possible that they're ending a relationship and wanting a new commitment, wanting to make a new commitment, but their inner child may not be healed enough yet or something like that. Some of them are making choices based on their own needs. They're struggling with being selfish, not being selfish. I feel like the Fool and the King of Wands with the Death card, this is about, that is very Aries energy, about taking action, moving forward. And the Death card says, okay, but you got to finish something else first. You got to finish something else first. So some of the divine masculines are finishing a relationship that has not grown up. The Page of Wands in reverse. So they could be married to somebody who is, it's never grown, right? We're talking about growth and soulmate here. So there's something about a lack of growth in a relationship that if you're dealing with that, if this divine masculine is dealing with that, very soon they're going to have a choice to be able to go, right? This trumpeter going to have a choice about going toward the divine feminine. But something has to be over first. Like it can't be a third party. There's no way this can be a third party. There's only two. I see two here on the 6 of Cups. I see two with the Lovers. There's only two. There's two. There's no more third parties. Okay. And that might be the thing. Talk to me about third parties here for a second. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and the Tower. So yeah, I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is like the beginning of something new. Earth, right? Again, Earth. And I feel like this masculine has been resisting third party, really resisting. They don't want to go toward the divine feminine for a third party situation. They don't want to do that. So this is, the Tower is coming in and blowing up their resistance in terms of ending something so that they can move with a clear conscience. I really feel like there's something immature about where they are. Something immature. Talk to me more about that Page of Wands in reverse. Judgment. 2 of Cups in reverse. Oh yeah. The World. Wow. The World and the 8 of Wands. So I just get the feeling that the masculine is starting to understand with telepathy opening up and their feelings toward the divine feminine. I feel like they're starting to recognize what love feels like. Even if they've had a commitment with somebody else, it was a different kind of love. It was a soulmate kind of love. It might have been a protective kind of love, or like a nurturing child kind of love. Like each one of them may have had these fantasies about what it was supposed to be like. I don't think it turned into that, into anything close to what they were hoping it would feel like. I feel like the Two of Cups in reverse says to me that the feelings have stopped or ended, and the masculine is definitely looking to move forward on a new path. So let's see where we go with this reading. Like I said, I'll pull cards for each zodiac sign so you can kind of get a sense. But the outcome for the collective is this Ace of Cups. And I do think the telepathy is going to make a big, big difference. All right, let's keep going with the reading. There's a link below if you want to continue on with me. I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.